It's the Cornerman Radio with Barzini and Boxingeye. This fight, we've been talking about who is Crawford going to fight in November. We both think Crawford is going to win the Indongo fight. And my guess was he's going to fight Sergey Lipinets in November. The IBF just announced that they're allowing Crawford to fight for the IBF strap. When the fight got announced, the IBF wasn't on terms yet with the Indongo fight. Now, the IBF ruling is saying Crawford has to fight Lipinets by November 17th, in 90 days from the Indongo fight August 19th. Now, I'm thinking he should do it because I don't see no other welterweights fighting Crawford. He has a great relationship with Timothy Bradley. They're never going to fight each other. I don't see in November, Jesse Vargas hasn't fought in 1 year. His last fight was in November against Manny Pacquiao. I don't see that happening for his first fight coming back unactive. I don't even see that. Jeff Horn is possibly fighting Manny Pacquiao in a rematch. So who else is left? Lucas Matisse has been turning down Crawford at 140. I don't see that fight happening. So the only logic fight for Crawford to fight is Lipinets. It's sad to see, but I want to see. I've been wanting to see. Like, I've been wanting to see. I told you this numerous times behind the scenes. Before people knew of the name Sergey Lipinets, I said it, I thought highly of Liddell Rhodes. And I thought Liddell Rhodes was going to be superior boxer, undefeated. I thought he was going to be one of the top guys at 140. And Lipinets proved me wrong. I saw that fight live. That's the only reason why I know Lipinets' name. Now, him and Crawford and Lipinets, will be a good fight. I want to see two undefeated fighters. Let's get this fight going on, and then we can get rid of this guy Lipinets, because if Crawford vacates all his titles, Lipinets gonna be like, he ducked me. We're gonna hear that bullshit, and we know Crawford didn't duck him. So, and I just want to see this fight happen. I don't want to hear Lipinets have the claiming that Crawford ducked him. Let's let this fight go on. Two undefeated fighters, you know what I mean? And we can stop hearing about Sergey Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on it?
Thinking a little differently than you. I'm speculating, maybe Crawford will want to walk down that aisle with all four belts, and he's going to have to defend the IBF first, maybe. But I feel like his handlers and his people, because I feel like Julius Indongo is going to be his toughest fight just because of how rangy and lanky Indongo is. But let's say he gets by Indongo, which I believe he will, and a good one. They're going to offer him, I really believe that it's going to be, they're going to say, would you want the Jesse Vargas fight, or do you want, the Lipinets fight? And he's definitely, Jesse Vargas is going to make more, sense for him, put more bread on the table. I feel like everybody pretty much thinks that once Crawford gets all four belts, that everybody's lining up the rankings. The advisors like Al Heyman are telling their guys, be patient. Sergey Lipinets is going to have to fight for the vacant IBF strap. All the straps are going to be vacant. And I feel like Crawford, I don't know who he's going to take. Like you said, a lot of people are tied up. But I feel like he's just going to he conquered 140, and Lipinets is not a big enough name where anybody's going to realistically be like, oh, he ducked Lipinets. You know, he's going to move up. Maybe they'll say it after this guy gets a belt and makes a name for himself. But at the time, nobody, you know, it didn't make sense. So I don't see Sergey Lipinets. I can't possibly realistically believe that Crawford would take that fight unless it became that scarce and desperate where that was like the only guy left. And I guess I just don't see how that fight makes sense to him. After he got through Postol, Diaz, whooped John Molina's ass, and beats Indongo, and has all belts around his waist, his arms, everywhere he's shining. Nah, I think he's just going to let him slip, put him in the trophy case, and try to get some at 147. That's what I see, bro. But that's all I got on that.
My last thoughts on it is he has no other choice but Lipinets. And I'm sorry to say that it is the truth. If they can sell Miguel Marga and Vasily Lomachenko fight, they can sell Sergey Lipinets and Terence Crawford. That's all.